So we're here at the DMG MORI Open House in Pfronten. This is in conjunction with their 30-year anniversary. I'm with Cornelius here, who's the Managing Director of this plant. Cornelius, thank you very much for the invitation here. 30 years, can you believe it?
Yeah, almost unbelievable, but welcome, Paul, at our open house. So it's really a traditional event. Also, your visit from MTD is somehow traditional, so it's not the first time you're here.
Absolutely.
So we are happy, very happy to have you here in our open house and in Pfronten, in the home of innovation, as we call it.
Well, let's have a look at some of that innovation. Over the next few minutes, we're going to take a tour of the whole event. We're going to show you some world premieres, talk about some of the machines that are made here. Cornelius, at the heart of everything we discuss here is machining transformation.
Machining transformation, yeah. So that is our slogan and our philosophy over the Open House 2025, but not just exclusively for this event. It's a general strategy and philosophy for DMG MORI to support our customers to come to the next level in machining and production, and remain and stay competitive and increase their competitiveness for the future.
And machining transformation in itself, there's 4 pillars to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Could you explain what those 4 pillars are?
Yes. So it's based on 4 pillars. One is process integration, 1 automation, 1 digital transformation, and green transformation. So these are the 4 pillars for machining transformation. And for our customer, it's important to start. Does not mean with all of them, but with one of the topics to start and to go on to this journey and start with machining transformation.
And we'll see all of those kind of in operation throughout this tour. But the first one that here, quite pertinently, is green transformation.
Yes.
It's a hot topic around the world. What are you doing
we try to build our machines as sustainable as possible and energy saving, let's say. And for example, the adaptive coolant flow monitoring. So that is a very strong tool to reduce energy consumption of the machine tool. For the internal coolant supply, you can reduce up to 90% of the needed power for the pump of the internal coolant supply by changing the parameter from just pressure to coolant flow, to volume.
And I guess, but just by looking at this board here, there's a lot of kind of small wins, isn't there? Potentially that all add up to a big saving.
Yeah. So finally, it's up to 30 or more than 30% energy saving, and it's really quite a lot is coming out of this internal coolant supply, reduction of energy consumption by monitoring, not by pressure, but by coolant flow.
And it's not just about carbon footprint, it's about the cost of machining as well,
Of course,
isn't it?
it's a cost saving for the customers, and they also can get subsidies from the government if they prove that the new machine is much more sustainable than the old one.
And that's something in Germany that you have, like subsidies, you get a certificate?
Yeah, customers can apply for that, but they need to prove that they are energy saving with their new investments. Yeah.
Okay, and then the next thing here, I love coming to this facility to see this sort of automation in action.
Yeah, and that is
what is happening here, Cornelius?
Yeah, so that is, I think, the highest level of automation with the AMR solutions we are offering. So in that cell we have 2 AMRs working collaborative together, one for tool handling and the other one for pellet handling, and serving this machine with pellets and with tools into the tool magazine automatically.
Is this real life?
So really that is real life, and we have installations at our customers, and we have one in our assembly line building for another customer, where also then finally 3 AMRs will serve pellets for 6 machines in total. But I have to admit that we have to do there, or to convince our customers to go in that direction, because machining industry is quite conservative.
But it is the future.
That is the future, definitely, because you have not these fixed linear systems where you need a special layout of the system. So this you can also perfectly install with a brownfield installation in existing production area.
So there's no like rails on the floor.
No rails.
No other infrastructure other than the actual
natural navigation.
Yeah.
So you just need to make a map then, and then teach the ways you have to go or you want to go with AMRs, and you can also walk in that area as operator. So the fence you see here is just for the showcase, so that it is keep running.
But it's perfectly safe as well. Let's walk this way. I mean, one of I mean, it's quite late in the afternoon now, and you've still got a lot of people here. How many would you expect over the period?
Yeah, so we expect in these 2 weeks 6,000 to 7,000 visitors. Yeah, and the first week was already round about 20% more than last year. So we are more than satisfied with the first week. And now the second, as you can see, is also quite busy with international delegations.
Now, mould and die is a big thing about what Pfronten machines produce, don't they, that you make here? Yeah. Some developments in that area, what's happening?
Yeah. So over decades we are serving that industry, beside aerospace industry, for example, or since a few years semiconductor. But we want to put there more focus on the die and mold business and die and mold industry, and therefore we created our excellence center for die and mold and appointed a new colleague who is Michael Meyer.
Well, let's have a very quick word with Michael. Michael, hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, Paul. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Die and mold then. So what are you going to bring? What's going to change? What's exciting here?
You know, Paul, die and mold is one of the core industries for the DMG MORI since many, many years. We have grown with this market over 50 years. We are now in a position to provide our customers a full liner product portfolio, from small molds like a hand-sized one to very large press molds up to 6 meters. Due to the importance of this market, we created this excellence center. Excellence center means we gather people who have a well-prepared and well-experienced in that market, gather them together, work with societies, work with our partners to understand the demand of the market, provide our customers the best solutions. Since January, I took over these positions. I'm very glad about that. And hopefully together with our customers and our partners, we can provide the best solution also in the future for our customers.
Well, good luck. You having a good show?
Thank you very much.
Is it busy for you?
It is.
It is. Well, good to see you and good luck in the role. Thank you. I mean, Cornelius, it's not just die and mold, it's aerospace, automotive, all of those sectors. And machines like the DMF are perfect for those ones as well, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. So DMF from our colleagues in Seebach, as you know, it's in different sizes available, 200, 300, 400, and probably we are planning also for the future even bigger one.
I love the fact that you've got this pendulum machining aspect, you've got the guard in the middle.
And two working areas separated so that you can set up on the one side and then machine on the other side. So quite flexible solution.
And that new the RAM that comes out there, you've got a lot more support on that on these new models, haven't you? Which enables you to machine really extended.
Yeah. So my former colleague, Mr. Geisler, was also responsible for Seebach, and he tried to transfer the stability we have on the dual block in the DMF series as well. So that means the new series is now much more stable than in the past.
Really great to see. And you can remove that partition and obviously machine one longer part in about half an hour or something, I think one of your colleagues
so that is quick done to remove this wall in between and then have the working space for quite long part.
We've got let's put the 210 FDS here. I mean, this is some machine as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so that is just one sample for our portal machines, for the big ones, because as you know, we are building the portals starting with the 210 but up to the 600P, what is also down in our assembly.
And that's grinding in there as well, isn't it?
There is grinding in, so it's milling, turning, grinding, gear machining. So
and that is from process integration.
That is really one of the best examples for process integration. Yeah.
For a machine of this size, Cornelius, how many would you install in a year of something that big?
So from the portal machines 210 to 600, we are producing 60 pieces a year and ship to our customers worldwide. Yeah.
More than one a week.
Many of those in the big range of 340 to 70 and even a couple of 600 per year.
Okay, now as we move this way, one other world premiere this week, CTX 750.
CTX 750 from our colleagues in Italy. So universal turning machine as world premiere here. With turrets on the machine.
You've got like 127 mil bar capacity on this. You've got 700 mil swing. And what I found interesting about this machine, and there is a video on our YouTube channel where I've interviewed one of your colleagues. They've got a VDI 50 turret here and a combination between the BMT and the VDI, which is first I've ever seen that. So, but you can watch that video. If we step this way, Cornelius, more automation here we can see on your CTX. This your Robo to go?
Yeah, so that is robot to go. That is, I would say, the best-selling standard automation solutions, even when it's robot automation for workpiece handling, but it's in the group the best-selling automation. What is very easy to operate and to program, so the operator does not need to have knowledge of robot programming, so it is really a perfect HMI on the robot to go cell and makes it easy for the operator to change to a new part or to a different kind of application there.
Okay, then this way that we've got facing each other the NTX 2500 and then we've got the NTX 500 here. This machine fascinates me when I look at the size of this.
So also here you have the 6-side machining with the milling spindle integrated. So from our colleagues in Japan, very nice example for also, again, process integration.
Yeah, I mean, medical sector, smaller parts maybe, complex parts.
Yeah. So beside the molded die, aerospace and semiconductor, we have also a medical excellence center, what is located in Seebach, because they are more focusing on the smaller parts, and that is adding additional to their milling solutions with this NTX solution for so medical parts, what is also a very big growing market in the machine tool business. Yeah,
so much to see with so little time really. The CLX 550, this was introduced. I saw this at AMB, I think.
At the AMB exhibition,
We hear to the left of me here, we got another Robo to go. I mean, check out some of these.
So that is Robot to go Max for the big work pieces and the heavy ones, but it's the same as we have saw before the Robot to go. Very easy to operate and to install in front of the machine. So plug and play solution for standard automation.
Incredible. We have then an NZ. I've seen one of these machines before. You got four turrets on there, or 3 turrets?
3 turrets, and it's also available with 4 turrets. So modular design,
complex parts, one-hit machining,
very fast.
Education, Cornelius, at the heart of DMG MORI. You have a lot of apprentices. You train a lot of people. Something's happening next year.
Yeah. So we are at the moment in the construction of our application center. So it will be opened in the next year, Open House 2026. We will have a grand opening on that. So you are warmly welcome to join our next year's Open House. It would be worth. So as you can see, it is really a very nice building, 3 levels. So we have a machine shop down, then fluid and robotics, and then seminar rooms in the top floor.
And how many apprentices would you take on a year?
Yeah. So we are getting around about 40 additional every year, and in total it is around about 150 what we are targeting. So at the moment it's 120 roundabout.
Yeah. Good investment back into young people. CTX 350 there, which is a twin turret machine. I saw that one at AMB. That was a world premiere. Everywhere we step, there seems to be a world premiere of some description.
Not everywhere. Yeah, we have 5. We have 5 this year at the Open House.
You had
5
some last year and the year before.
Yeah, of course. So
yeah.
So innovation is still our DNA somehow.
And this is the NLX, I believe, isn't it? I think this is the NLX machine. Somebody told me that this is a machine that they put into a dark room and put it on steroids, and it's come out like it is now, an absolute beast of a machine. If you're really looking for something that's got a lot of power and stability,
so
this is what you talk about.
Bestseller machine from the Japanese colleagues in that segment. Definitely.
As we move through, so this is kind of hall 1 really. I don't know how you describe these halls, but we're kind of coming to a close in this area. But just before we do,
so CBG for grinding, vertical grinding, high accurate. So on those kind of machines, for example, we also machine our components for our spindles.
Do you?
Yeah. So very high accurate.
Because you have a production plant here where all your machines are made, or the ones from Pfronten are made here, aren't they? Which people participate in tours throughout this event.
Yeah.
Another great reason to come here, not just to see the finished article.
No, that is
but to
of
see
course
everything
most
being
important to show the customers our operating factory here in Pfronten with spindle assembly, table assembly, and assembly of the machines.
Everything.
Testing.
Yeah, well worth that visit. Laser tech. If we go this way, Cornelius, just give us a very quick
additive machining there for a powder bed solution to do the additive machining of components.
Is it taking shape like people have said? Additive manufacturing, is it still becoming is it one of these things that people talk about but it's not really growing, or is it growing?
Yeah, it is growing, but slower than expected, let's say. But we are offering either these pure solutions for additive, but also the let's say combined solutions, so additive machining and milling. So we can add this kind with a power nozzle system then on a monoblock, for example, and have then both technologies on one machine.
Another example of process integration, which you're going to see more of now as we go here. So we've got DMP70 here.
So that is also a sample for medical business. Very compact system, 2 machines, 1 automation in the middle for small parts, and serving 1 machine from the left, the other machine from the right.
Yeah, this is quite a message here, and it's quite a theme, because if we then take a look over here, you've then got this is a world premiere, the DMX60U.
The DMX60U.
And we have the DMX80U behind us, but we've got here them both being fed by this PH cell.
Yeah, so PH cell twin, that was the demand from the market some years ago, definitely. So I was skeptical if that will really sell, but it's selling in high numbers even, because there you can handle with 1 automation 2 machines, and also different pellet sizes, up to 40 pellets in the system. So really great standard automation solution with a modular design. You can define to your needs.
And as we walk through here, you're going to see several 5-axis machines, but the DMX is a world premiere. What separates it? What's different? Why are people going to look at that and go, that's one's for me?
That, I would say, is an entry machine for DMG MORI, so 3+2 axis machine. But very universal for use, and many customers do not need simultaneous 5 axis, and for them it's the perfect entry on a lower budget than the pure 5-axis machines and machining centers.
So this is the DMX60, there's a DMX80 behind. There is another video on our YouTube channel that we've done specifically in detail of that machine. Cornelius, here we have a combination of a Japanese manufactured product with European, a really nice tie-in.
So that is the WPH handling combined with a DMC65 monoblock from Pfronten. So that automation solution is made in Nara in Japan, and we combine it with a machine from Pfronten, so perfect cooperation project between DMG and MORI.
I mean, this machine tending here, you've got a tray system where you're loading billets, and it takes one of the trays out. Does it? I mean, how does it? What's the differences with this?
Yeah, so here you have also the combination, not just pellet handling or workpiece handling. You have different pellet sizes, 400 by 400 and 500 by 500, and can handle also different kind of workpieces, as you see with this tray system.
You're trying to give total flexibility.
And so the target is to be most flexible even when you do automation, and be able to produce small batch sizes, but 24/7. So that is the challenge.
DMU60 Evo. I interviewed Fabian earlier on this machine. Now, I worked for DMG many years ago, and I sold loads of the 50 Evos. What a really popular machine that was.
Yes,
You got 3,500 in the field, I believe, of these Evolution machines, and now you're into the second generation of the 60. Pretty dynamic, this one.
Dynamic, high accurate, and improved in several features to get also this machine to a next level.
And you got automation with it again, which is
of course, and automation, that is also nice combination, because machine from Seebach automation as the PH cell coming from Pfronten as a standard solution for multiple usage, for example for the colleagues from Poland as well as from Seebach or Pfronten machines.
You get 300 tools on this machine, I believe.
So that is also nice, because they are expanding their tool magazine.
If you've got a pallet system that you want to keep running, you're going to need the tools as well. I guess
of course,
you
need.
Let's just talk briefly about the DMU F100 FDS Duo block. This machine is something different, isn't it? Really, here, this is. What are you showing off?
Yeah, so here we are showing also process integration at its best, I would say, milling, turning, grinding, and with the combination of the e-pellet solution, where we have now also power and sensor signals coming through the pellet into the fixture. You can use either hybrid system with hydraulics and electronic clamping devices, or pure electronic clamping devices. So you have really a completely new set of possibilities for clamping your workpieces.
So much. Okay, 5-axis machine again here. This is one of your mono blocks, is it?
That is a monoblock, so that is not really something new, but what we see here as new feature is the friction stir welding on the machine. So where we do with a standard machine, with a standard spindle, friction stir welding, that is also not completely new technology, but integrated in the standard machine, I think it's not so common.
You are welding two parts?
Two parts welding together. Well, we can have a look here. So here we welded, this is the weld seam.
So there were two different parts?
It's two different parts, So that is just fixed with this screw, and now it's welded together, and it's very homogeneous welding seam inside. So really
excellent. Fascinating. And there's the original two parts. Okay, they've come together. Wow, what an application that is. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just one tool, and very long lifetime of the tool. So very nice.
What a technique. Thank you.
Technology.
Cornelius, I want to just ask you about your condition agent.
Condition agent, so that is something I want
to
highlight, because it's really also a new feature and a new software solution technology cycle we want to bring to our customers for predictive maintenance.
Okay.
So the customer can then check his machine, not by adding additional sensors, but by adding a smart software solution, let's say, and getting out the signals and the values of the machine that are anyhow available, and then with the intelligent artificial intelligence, you could say it is calculated if everything is okay, or if repair work is needed
to make a change in advance
for the future.
That's a really good step forward. That can save a lot of money.
To reduce the downtime of the machine dramatically, because usually the machines are driven until they are breaking down, and then you have to call for a service for spare parts, and that is something you can plan then in advance. When you use this tool every month, for example, and check the machine and if everything is okay or not, and you can then detect before the machine is getting loud.
Incidents happen. Cornelius, before we get on to the last bit of our tour, this event happens for 2 weeks every year.
Yes.
You say how many thousands of people you get here. You must be exhausted at the end of it, are you?
A little bit, but it's worth, because it's really so amazing to have all these international visitors.
When does the planning start? When do you start planning?
Usually we are quite experienced with doing the open house, but we start every year in August for next year, January, February, to get everything prepared.
And you have partners here now that you call them the the qualified partners, don't you? Which
DMQP, So DMG MORI qualified partners. So we have many partners here on display, so that the customers also can talk to them regarding tools or measuring equipment or whatever. And they are also exhibiting here their products together with us.
So more 5-axis, more automation. A familiar theme that we see on all these machines, Cornelius, is your control system, your Celos system.
Celos X,
Now this, we talk about technology cycles. This brings process integration really into play, doesn't it? It's advancing quite quickly. You can import models and do all kinds of things with it.
You have app-based control then, and you can also integrate, for example, apps from DMQP partners who are then driving their systems via our Celos X control on our control with own apps, what can be embedded in our system. And the interesting thing is that we then can also update the control in the future over the air. Celos X. So that is, I think, quite unique what we are doing there, and
that saves time, money, all kinds of things. It keeps everyone at a level where they are progressing with technology.
So we save capacity in our service and the customer money. So that is really a perfect match, and then we can go with our capacity for service activities where we need somebody on site.
Yes.
But for the updates in future, we can do that over the air.
HSC 55, I saw this earlier, it moves at like 100 meters a second.
So that is a high-speed cutting machine, as the name is promising.
RPM or something.
Very fast and high accurate, and also producing very high surface finish level finally. Also for mold and die business, of course, a very nice choice. So focusing on the mold and die excellence center.
And ultrasonic, we're going to sort of finish up here, Cornelius. There is so much to see. I mean, we've got another 2 machines here being fed by a PH cell twin machine. this really shows that you can have different machines plugged into one automation system.
Yeah, what we saw over there with the DMX 60 and 80, so now it's a DMU 50 and the 65 horizontal, so two completely different sizes of machines, but we combine them with one pallet system and handle both pallet sizes and both workpiece sizes in one compact system for the customer. And then, yeah, just one operator can operate this machine.
Could you do that after you
long.
bought these two machines? Would you be able to buy that, and then go, right now we want to put this in the middle? Is that possible, or is
Yes, of course. Yeah. So that is very important. What you mentioned, that almost all of our machines are basically prepared for a retrofit of automation now, because we know that this is extremely important for our customers to be and stay competitive. But not every customer has the money right away when he is investing in the machine tool. But we want to be prepared when he thinks about that in 1 or 2 years, and then adds an automation system.
Last one, ultrasonic. So this ultrasonic machine, this is a world premiere.
That is also a world premiere.
What I've learned about this is spindles rotating, but there's also pulses.
It's oscillating as well, and it's machining hard and brittle material. So ceramics, for example, or glass, you can machine with this. It's kind of a grinding process, but much faster.
Okay, I mean, where is the market for that? Glass, ceramics? I mean, it can
semiconductor as well. So that is, and this machine will be available also without ultrasonic application. So for small components and high-speed machining.
Yeah. Okay. Cornelius, we're back where we started. That just gives our viewers a flavour of how big and how immense the technology is here. Every year this event happens, doesn't it? I mean, I can't encourage people enough really to come here. How many days would someone spend here? Maybe 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, so our international delegations all spend at least 2 days here, I would say. So the Germans then that are in the south of Germany, they're coming for 1 day, and some are also 2 or 3 days staying here in Pfronten and looking around.
What's your favourite here at the moment? Can I put you on the spot? What's the favourite thing about this 2 weeks for you?
My favourite, that is...
I know it's a hard question to answer, because if you asked me the same, I probably wouldn't know. But some of the applications you have here, some of the machining demos are really exciting. But I think the automation, how this is working, to me, I think it's
I think it's so many highlights we are showing here. It's difficult to point out one single spot there. So applications you saw over there, the nice die mold application, the friction stir welding, the automation range, the whole PH cell range we are showing here, the AMR solution. So I think that is quite promising for the future for our customers, opening really new solutions and new possibilities. And last but not least, and that is probably the highlight in my ranking, is the e-pallet system. So that is bringing really also completely new possibilities to the customers.
Also the hospitality, we're going to thank you for that as well. The canteens here, the pork knuckle at lunchtime.
You're welcome.
It really is something else. So the DMG MORI Pfronten Open House, this is 2025, 30 years. 30 years this event has been happening. You can get yourself in next year, 2026. I'm sure the dates are already out there, are they?
Yeah, it has to be confirmed, but most probably week 5 and week 6 here in Pfronten. So we hope that we can welcome you again here, and thanks a lot for your visit.
Thank you very much.
This week.
Thanks, Cornelius.
Thanks.
Thank you.